Hi everyone and welcome to Astar's Place. This is what we are going to do today. Isn't it fantastic? I love how the container comes in with the black in the center of the sunflowers, and you've got the berries and the yellows and the reds with the apples. Fabulous, and it's so easy to make. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I showed you how to make this container and somebody dropped me a Gmail and said, Astar, but you didn't do it. So this is the container, but basically how I did that, for those that didn't see it, but you can catch up and have a look back through the clips. It was a terracotta pot, and what I did was I glued the saucer onto the upside down so that I got this little wee foot here. Then I got the glue gun and then I drizzled some glue over it in whatever pattern you wanted to do it. Then you undercoat it and then you paint it black, and then once you've done that, I just got a little bit of gold leaf and put that around the edges there to just pick up a bit of this reliefed area here. Right, for those wanting to know what flowers to put into it, how does this sound? I've got some beautiful apples, I've got some berries, and I've got some gorgeous sunflowers, and this is just what I need. A little bit of yellow, just give me a wee boost. Right, to put into, because this is porous, and we don't want to get any moisture onto a table surface, especially this table here because it's my good dining table. What I've done is I've just got a big O bowl here, and I've put just over half a block of Oasis into that. Now to fix it, you can use a bit of rubber band and take it from there across to there, or you can just use this. The reason I don't really like using this so much is because it's actually going to take up a bit of my space in the middle. So when I'm putting my flowers in, I'm going to actually have to accommodate for that. So we'll just put that across there and then another piece across there. And the great thing about this Oasis tape is it sticks to itself. Right, from there, that goes into there. Perfect fit. We're waterproof now and ready to go. Right, I've got some, I love this stuff. I absolutely love magnolia branch. Now, if you've only got a few pieces and you need to cover a big area like this, all you need to remember is to go into between the leaves like that and just slant cut that, and also with this one here, and cut them all to about the same length. And look, out of that I got 3, which is fantastic. Remember my little rule, the fundamentals of floristry. Cut everything that you need before you even start, and it's just like baking. You get all your ingredients out so that you know exactly what you're working with. All of these are to be cut to the same size. The rule of thumb is 1.5 times from this point here out to the width or the height, whichever is the greatest. Well, with this type of container, it's quite a nice container to work in because it's as high as it is wide. Right, now you don't need to take that measurement there. It's about a width across, I suppose. So, but usually the rule of thumb is from there to there you can go out 1.5 times. Right, push that into there, remembering what you do on one side, you do on the other. Already I've made a mistake because I've got 3 leaves there and I've only got 1 there. Now the other wee tip, when you're putting material into foam, you can go in and out for 1 or 2 times, and then it decides that it does not want to be your friend and it will break up. So I'll just leave that there for now, but I'll come back to it and I'll balance that out. So putting the same amount of leaves there, must be 1 in here. That'll do. That will do me for now, because, and the other thing is, I really don't worry about your leaves being upside down or the wrong way. Doesn't matter. Nothing in life is perfect. So why should you try and make it perfect? Right, from there to there, 1 can go into there, and then let's put another one over to that side. So it's just basically a little ring of flowers to try and hide this little plastic bit there, because we don't really want to see that. That has no artistic values or merits whatsoever. It's just a medium in which to hold the flowers. Right, because we've got the leaves around there, let's just bring one little lot of leaves in there. What we're now doing is we've got this lovely lot of foliage around here, and we need to bring that into there. So that's sort of like called a transition. Right, from there, because we've got something there and something there, we now need to start bringing bits into here. I've got a bit there, bring a bit over to there, and I always start from the base and come up. Much easier. Now, we'll put another bit into there, and hopefully we can cover that with something in due course. That there's just a little bit too tall, so I'll bring that in there, because you usually find that these centre bits, you need to cut those a little bit shorter, and I'm not going to waste those leaves because I went to an enormous amount of trouble to pinch them off my neighbour. Now there was a wee hole there, so I'm just going to put that leaf into there, and I'll put another one into there and one into there. Now about now you're probably thinking, oh my goodness, she hasn't got room for flowers. I've got plenty of room for flowers. flowers. Right, start off with your heavier stuff first. I've got this lovely Paris or Lily of the Valley tree. I'm going to use that as well. Where I've cut those bits there off, just go into there and cut those as far in as you can so that they all look like they're sprouting off one position. By doing that, it means that I'm not wasting any foliage. Cut that off to there. As I said, cut all these before you start so that you don't have to stop, start. I don't like that. I think it's easier if you can get it all ready to go before you start. And I'm going to keep that bit for my bit in the centre. Okay, I've got a piece here, put that into there, and put the same amount over to here. And the other thing is, you'll notice that with the leaves, because it's lovely, it's sort of like nearly almost winter here, when you're selecting your foliage, I've got that lovely bronzy bit there, and when you look into this, you'll see the lovely bronzy bits as well. If you're ever stuck, just have a look at the shades and tones and the textures, and just keep with those all the different types of textures, or the same colour. Actually, I'm trying to find the word colourway. Okay, let's put a bit into there, and I've got that bit into there, so we'll bring a bit into there. And what I'm also trying to do is I'll turn that round so that you can see it. Where I've got that little cut bit there, just by putting that bit of foliage over there, I can actually cover that so that we don't want to see cut ends, because it's just a blunt stop-start movement. Right, the next thing I wanted to do is to bring that little bit into there. That's a little bit too tall, so I'll just take those bits out and I'll put those bits around there. If you've got any extra little bits and you can see any little holes, just take those in and cover those up. Now, but as I said, nothing in nature is perfect, so just don't even knock yourself around trying to do it. That what I've just done by just snapping that is a terrible thing to be doing. You should always slant cut, and it's like a dart, so that when you go into a dartboard, that little point would stick in. And that little blunt end there is actually easy to be inserting into your foam. Right, get rid of your mess, and now we're up to a few berries. I'd put these in. Now, how many have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's gently, I love these Gadisha berries or Rhodesian berries. So put those down there, and I'll put another one down there so that they naturally want to fall, so just let them fall the way that they would want to naturally fall. And when these are growing on the trees, they do actually hang down like that. I love how there's always something at this time of the year that you can use for doing some flowers. Okay, so I'm going to put one into there, and I'm going to bring the other lot over to here. Doesn't really matter if you've got some a little bit longer, a little bit shorter at the other side, because you've actually got this lovely nice boundary or framework in which you're going to put your flowers. Now, what have I got? A bit over to here. Actually, this is lovely, because what it's going to do, and this is, I hope you're watching Joe in the UK, because this is sort of for you, because you've had a few problems of late. If you're doing something and it naturally falls down, just let it continue to fall. Now, that is a bit too big, so I'm just going to cut those bits off into there, get rid of those to there, and then I'll just push that into there. And the great thing about these berries too is, and this foliage, once you've got it set up, because it's really tough and sturdy, this will last for such a long time. Right, I've got my sunflowers, and I just want to tell you, I do not know what God was thinking when he designed that leaf to go with that flower. Those leaves always droop off, so if you're ever in doubt, remove them. I'll leave just a few at the top. Now, as I said, before you go any further, cut every single flower before you start, and it will definitely make your work much easier. Those big leaves there aren't going to last. Right, so it's just a matter of going into here. I've only got 5 of them, so I'm going to have to evenly distribute those around. Right, bring that one into there and push that right down. And as I said when I first started using that tape, I actually prefer a rubber band, because this, as I said, takes up visually about that much room, actual physical room inside my container. So that is a little bit of a nuisance. Now push that into there. I've got one more, so I'm going to bring that and put that into there, like so. Ah, yes. And the other thing is, have some a bit higher and some a bit lower, and that will give you some really lovely visual interest. And then I've got one more left, so I'm going to put that. I don't want those leaves, because I know I'm going to break those as I put them in, but that then just gets set into there like so. Push that right down. Now, the apples. I know it's terrible when there's people in the world going hungry, but this is a bit of a manky one. It's been around for ages. Right, just get a satay stick and insert that into there, and then just press those in, through and into your container. Put that one into there. I'm just going to cut that a wee bit because it's a bit too long. That can go up into there. And this is where you can start playing with your forms. So see, I've got the sunflower there, and then I've got that apple going down, and that's sitting up a wee bit higher. We'll bring another one and push that into there like so. You could use this with artificial, but these have been lying around for ages, and I just know that nobody in this house is going to eat them. And then for a bit of variation, you can stick that satay stick into the side there and then just push that into there like that. Look at that. Easy, easy, easy. And for a dinner party, or if you wanted to do something really like a coffee table or something, you could perhaps put it onto a tray. And then I just like to have a few, to make the whole thing look visually beautiful, just the odd few berries just scattered around. You could perhaps put a big candle here. You could ring it with candles or have it running down. Beautiful, beautiful bit of joy in my house for a lovely, cool autumn, almost winter day here in New Zealand. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you can see how the colours all work, and it's an easy, easy, easy design. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you another day.